لله الحمد لله نحمده ونستعينه ونستغفره ونؤمن به ونتوكل عليه ونعوذ بالله من شرور أنفسنا ومن سيئات أعمالنا من يهده الله فلا مضل له ومن يضلل فلا هادي له ونشهد أن لا إله إلا الله ونشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله أرسله الله بالحق بشيرا ونذيرا بين يدي الساعة فإن خير الحديث كتاب الله وخير السنن سنن محمد صلى الله عليه وسلم وشر الأمور محدثاتها وكل محدثة بدعة وكل بدعة ضلالة وكل ضلالة في النار. أما بعد فقال الله تبارك وتعالى في كتاب الله العظيم: أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم لو أنزلنا هذا القرآن على جبل لرأيته خاشعا متصدعا من خشية الله وتلك الأمثال نضربها للناس لعلهم يتفكرون. وقال رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم: خيركم من تعلم القرآن وعلمه، أو كما قال عليه الصلاة والسلام. Amma ba'd, my dear brothers and sisters in Islam, we are almost reaching the month of Ramadan. After 10 days, after approximately 10 days, we are going to witness month of Ramadan. This is a great month of training given to Muslims. This is a great opportunity for Muslims to reform themselves and to develop new qualities. In the month of Ramadan, an atmosphere is created. Everyone is fasting, particularly in the country like Kuwait, where predominant population are Muslims, where you will find all kinds of regulations which help us to fast in a better way. This gives us great opportunity to develop ourselves, to train ourselves, and to reform ourselves and build a kind of piety within us. The purpose of fasting is to build piety. Qur'an says that كُتِبَ عَلَيْكُمُ الصِّيَامُ كَمَا كُتِبَ عَلَى الَّذِينَ مِنْ قَبْلِكُمْ لَعَلَّكُمْ تَتَّقُونَ. We have prescribed fasting upon you as we have prescribed it to your predecessors, so that you may become God-fearing. You may cultivate piety through the month of Ramadan. This is the objective of month of Ramadan. So we have to prepare ourselves to fulfill this objective in the coming month of Ramadan. Meanwhile, when we see in our own family, in our own friend circle, in our own society, we know that many people who are living in last Ramadan are no more living in this Ramadan. And we ourselves are not sure whether we are going to see and witness this Ramadan or next Ramadan. So this is a great opportunity. If we are going to pass through this Ramadan, it is a great opportunity given to us, so that we can cultivate so many things and we can reform ourselves. We have a series of things, responsibilities which we may fulfill and which we may train ourselves in the month of Ramadan. Today I would like to confine my talk to how to build our relationship with the Qur'an in the month of Ramadan. Because month of Ramadan is given to us due to the revelation of Qur'an in this month. Qur'an says that شهر رمضان الذي أنزل فيه القرآن. Month of Ramadan is the month in which Qur'an is revealed to you. هدى للناس. It is a guidance to the entire human beings. وبينات من الهدى والفرقان. And it has a clear-cut teachings, and it has a criterion to distinguish between truth and falsehood. So this is Qur'an which is revealed in the month of Qur'an. In order to celebrate this revelation of Qur'an, in order to celebrate this medium of hidayah and guidance which is given to all human beings, we are destined with, we are being prescribed with fasting in the month of Ramadan. So in order to take benefit from our month of Ramadan, we have to cultivate our relationship with Qur'an. Normally what happens is, we in the month of Ramadan read Qur'an a lot. When the month of Ramadan comes, there is an opportunity to read Qur'an. In Tarawih, we read and we try to listen to entire Qur'an from various kuffar who has memorized Qur'an entirely. And we also try to read ourselves, open the book and try to recite Qur'an. And as soon as the month of Ramadan goes away, we again keep those Qur'ans inside the shelves to open only in the next month of Ramadan. This is what we do normally with Qur'an. This is the month where we have to train ourselves to cultivate a regular relationship with Qur'an. Today I would like to quote 5 simple responsibilities towards Qur'an. These responsibilities are very simple to understand and very simple to follow. Our first responsibility is to believe and respect Qur'an. This is our foremost responsibility. And the second responsibility is to read Qur'an. And the third responsibility is to understand Qur'an. And the fourth responsibility to obey and follow the Qur'an. And the fifth responsibility is to convey the message of Qur'an. These are the 5 simple responsibilities. There could be more than this. But these are the simple responsibilities which everyone can understand and everyone can follow in the month of Ramadan, and they can cultivate it in the month of Ramadan so that they can carry it throughout life. Let me elaborate these 5 responsibilities a little bit. Our first responsibility is to believe and respect Qur'an. We all believe that Qur'an is a book of God. We all respect it because we inherited it from fathers and forefathers. If we are born in Muslim families, we have inherited that. And even if you are a new Muslim, we all know that Qur'an is a book of God and we have to respect it. This is a kind of traditional respect and belief we have with Qur'an. But our real respect should be beyond this traditional respect. It is something more than that. I was reciting a verse from Qur'an. It says, لَوْ أَنزَلْنَا هَذَا الْقُرْآنَ عَلَى جَبَلٍ. If we would have revealed this Qur'an upon a mountain, لَرَأَيْتَهُ خَاشِئًا مُتَصَدِّعًا مِنْ خَشْيَةِ اللَّهِ. You would have seen that this big mountain is breaking into pieces due to the fear of Allah. وَتِلْكَ الْأَمْثَالُ نَضْرِبُهَا لِلنَّاسِ لَعَلَّهُمْ يَتَفَكَّرُونَ. And we are explaining this example to human beings so that let them think about themselves. Allah Ta'ala says that a power of perception which is only given to human beings. Human beings are very small creation of Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala. But the greatness lies in their intelligence and in their power of perception, which is not given to anyone other than human beings, to the extent which is given to human beings. We try to understand things, we try to pursue things. Allah Ta'ala says that our responsibility towards Qur'an is such a great responsibility that even a power of intelligence and power of perception and power of understanding is given to huge creations like mountain. And if we would have revealed this Qur'an upon a mountain would have broken into pieces, sensing the great responsibility it has towards Qur'an. But we carry a Qur'an. We are the torch bearers of this last book of Hidayah, which is given to us from Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and which is revealed upon Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam through Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And Allah Ta'ala says that, إِنَّا نَحْنُ نَزَّلْنَا الذِّكْرَ وَإِنَّا لَهُ لَحَافِظُونَ. We are the one who has revealed this book to you, and we are the ones who are going to protect it till the doomsday. And we as Muslims are the carriers, we are the Muslims of the torch bearers of this Qur'an. We have to convey this message and carry this message of Qur'an to the coming generations. It's a huge responsibility, but we rarely sense this responsibility. So we, as a belief and respect, we should feel that great responsibility. That is the real demand and that is the real requisite of belief. And also Qur'an says that إِنَّمَا الْمُؤْمِنُونَ الَّذِينَ إِذَا ذُكِرَ اللَّهُ وَجِلَتْ قُلُوبُهُمْ وَإِذَا تُلِيَتْ عَلَيْهِمْ آيَاتُهُ زَادَتْهُمْ إِيمَانًا. Allah Tabaraka wa Ta'ala says that إِنَّمَا الْمُؤْمِنُونَ الَّذِينَ إِذَا ذُكِرَ اللَّهُ وَجِلَتْ قُلُوبُهُم. Real believers are those, when Allah is mentioned to them, they feel a tremor in their heart. وَإِذَا تُلِيَتْ عَلَيْهِمْ آيَاتُهُ. And when the verses of Qur'an is recited to them, زَادَتْهُمْ إِيمَانًا. Every time they feel that their belief is enhanced. We have to judge ourselves. Do you really feel a kind of enhancement in our faith when we listen to Qur'an? We have a lot of opportunity for us to listen to Qur'an. We tune on radio, FM radio, any radio, along with the songs, Qur'an. Also, there is an opportunity for you to listen to Qur'an. A lot of opportunities you get. But we sometimes consider it as some other songs and some other things. We just listen to it. Other than that, we don't feel the real responsibility towards it. We will not feel the emotional attachment towards it. We will not try to understand the message given by those verses of Qur'an al-Kareem, and we will not feel a kind of enhancement in our faith. This is the real responsibility and real faith we should have. The first responsibility is believing and respecting. These are some of the requisites. I don't have time to go into very detailed into these aspects. But these are some of the minimum aspects which we have to take care about, and we have to respect Qur'an and to believe Qur'an with the real requisites of belief and real requisites of respect towards Qur'an. And the second responsibility towards Qur'an is reading Qur'an. Reading Qur'an should become our regular phenomenon. Most of us, some of us, I can see that, and I can definitely say that. We read Qur'an only when we come to the Friday mosque for Friday prayers, Surah Al-Kahf. If at all, we come well ahead of the time of Khutba. Or sometimes only in the month of Ramadan. Other than that, we will not get any time for reading Qur'an. If we see 24 hours of our life, almost 7 to 8 hours we go sleep, and 2-3 hours we spend out with our family. And 7-8 hours we go to work and do our job. And we have time to watch TV. We have time to stay with our friends. We have time for diwaniya and discussion opportunities. And we have so many things to do, and we get time for everything. If at all we are not getting time, that is for reading Qur'an. That is the reality of life of many people, many of us, many of our Muslim brothers. That should not happen, because Qur'an is something, a book of hidayah, guidance given to all of us. We should spare time to learn Qur'an. We should spare time, even if it is a little bit. We should spare time for reading Qur'an. Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam said in a very beautiful hadith, he said, Al-qalilu da'imu khayrun min kathirul munqata. Anything you do little, but regularly, is better than anything you do very much, but with big intervals. That's what we do with Qur'an. We read a lot of Qur'an in the month of Ramadan only. Then we forget it. Till the next month of Ramadan, if Allah Ta'ala still gives us life. This should not be the case. Al-Khalilu Da'imu. Even if you read for 10 minutes, Al-Khalilu Da'imu, read regularly. Little, but regularly. That should be the principle, not only with reading Qur'an. Anything we want to do in our life, adopt this principle. Do it regularly, even if you want to do little, but do it regularly. By the end of the year, you will understand that how much you have learned. You have learned a lot. Start from today, reading Qur'an. 2 ayah in a day. By next Ramadan, you will understand that you have learned a lot of Qur'an. This is the methodology we have to adopt for every aspect of our life. Do little, but very regularly. And this is what we have to do. First responsibility in reading is to try to read it regularly. And the second thing in reading is tilawa. Tilawa is recitation. This kind of word is used only for Qur'an. If you want to read any management books, any technical books, This is not called as recitation of a technical book, a recitation of a management book, a recitation of any other book. This kind of recitation is only with Qur'an. Why? Because in recitation it is not plain reading. It is an inner participation. You are participating along when your tongue you are using your tongue to read that. Your body is participating, your soul is participating, your mind is participating, your emotions are participating. That is why it is called as recitation, tilawah. So when we read Qur'an, it is not just plain reading. Our full and innermost participation should be there, and this is the responsibility of reading. And one more thing, it is important in reading Qur'an is tajweed. Reading it with correct phonetics. When we speak English language, we care much about our pronunciation. And there are different kinds of pronunciation in different countries. And we try our best to have a proper pronunciation of English language. And it's the same thing with any other language. While with regard to Qur'an, we seldom care about how we are reading Qur'an. Arabic is a language, when you read it indifferently, it gives three different meanings. For example, bir and bur. It's a very simple difference. It's the same ba and ra, but with a little bit of difference, it will make a big difference in the meaning. This meaning is totally opposite. Correct pronunciation and reading with tajweed is very, very important. And living in this country, in Gulf countries, in Arab countries, we as non-Arabs have great opportunity to learn tajweed in these countries. So take benefit from the opportunity when we are staying in a country, an Arab country, to read Qur'an with tajweed, proper pronunciation, learn phonetics, and all these things. These are the responsibilities towards us. And also one more thing in reading is tartil. When you read Qur'an, read with tartil. Tartil means reading with intervals. Especially in the month of Ramadan, when we go for Tarawih, the way of reading Qur'an, the very, very recommended way of reading Qur'an is وَرَتِّلِ الْقُرْآنَ تَرْتِيلًا إِنَّ نَاشِيَةَ اللَّيْلِ هِيَ أَشَدُّ وَطْئًا وَأَقْوَمُ قِيلًا. It says that وَرَتِّلِ الْقُرْآنَ تَرْتِيلًا. Awakening in the night is good for self-purification and reading Qur'an. And how you have to read Qur'an? وَرَتِّلِ الْقُرْآنَ تَرْتِيلًا. When you read Qur'an, you stop and ponder over it. This is the method of reading Qur'an, especially during nights. When you wake up during the month of Ramadan and read Qur'an, after every reading, after every verse, you stop it and try to think how it is applicable to my life, how it is applicable to my family, how it is applicable to my all kinds of life. It is not only how to pray. Qur'an teaches everything for you, how to believe, how to behave with your parents, how to do business in society, how to apply different kinds of laws in your society, what should be your morals, and what should be your emotions, how you are dealing with the other communities. Everything Quran teaches. How it is applicable to my life. This is the way you have to read Quran. وَرَتِّلِ الْقُرْآنَ تَرْتِيلًا. Read Quran with intervals. But generally we see that in the month of Ramadan, we read Quran with high speed. Ultimately we will end up understanding only, we listening, يَعْلَمُونَ and تَعْلَمُونَ, and in between what is there we don't understand, we can't hear properly. That is not the way of reading Quran. Reading Quran in the month of Ramadan, especially during the nights, is to read slowly and with intervals and try to understand it. And also try to beautify Quran. Quran is, you can read it beautifully. It is, Quran, it is the beauty of Quran, it is the miracle of Quran that you can read it very beautifully. Sometimes, even Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, he used to tell Abdullah bin Mas'ud radiallahu ta'ala to read Quran. And he has a beautiful recitation that Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam used to cry, and tears used to roll down from his cheeks when Abdullah bin Mas'ud radiallahu ta'ala used to read Quran. Even today we can find so many people who have better voice and better art of recitation of Quran. When they read Quran, you get influenced by it. This is whoever has this talent, they should try to learn Quran, to read it beautifully. Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam said, لَيْسَ مِنَّا مَنْ لَا يَتَغَنَّ بِالْقُرْآنِ. Those are not amongst us who are not trying to beautify Qur'an from their voice. And زَيِّنُوا الْقُرْآنَ بِأَصْوَاتِكُمْ. Beautify Qur'an from your voice. So be everybody, and whoever has a special talent of singing, whoever has a special talent in their voice, they should try to read Qur'an in a better way, in a beautiful way. These are some of the responsibility of reading Qur'an, that we have to read it with tajweed, we have to read it with tarteel, and we have to read it regularly, and we have to beautify Qur'an. These are some of the responsibilities with regard to reading. And the third responsibility of Qur'an is we should try to understand Qur'an. The very purpose of sending Qur'an in Arabic language is because its first addressees are Arabs. If you see various scriptures, it is revealed in different languages. Because every prophet, Prophet Isa alayhi salatu wasalam, when he was talking the verses of Bible, he was talking in Arabic language. This is the language of Jesus Christ. And even today, this language is spoken in Syria and many other parts. So these are the words. When he was talking in the language of the people, Arabic language. And many other scriptures are revealed in the language of the people. When prophets were conveying this message to their community, they were conveying the message to the first addressees in their own language. This is what is necessary. Quran is revealed in Arabic because with a beautiful literary value, because when Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam was conveying the message, the society was very good in Arabic literature. They used to convey their communication in a poetic language. So this came as a miracle. Quran came as a miracle that in a literary excellence was presented to the human beings, and you cannot present something equivalent to Quran. وَإِن كُنْتُمْ فِي رَيْبٍ مِّمَّا نَزَّلْنَا عَلَىٰ عَبْدِنَا فَأْتُوا بِسُورَةٍ مِّن مِّثْلِهِ. Quran says that if you have any doubt on this Quran which we have revealed to our servant, Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, then bring forth a surah, a chapter equivalent to this. This has a high literary value, and this was given to a community where literary excellence was there. This was given as a miracle that this is a better literary value it will give. If you have guts and if you can do that, please bring forth even one chapter, not a book, one chapter. And this challenge remains unmet even today. And this is the beauty of Qur'an. And this was given in Arabic language in order to understand. If a person is not understanding, then it has no value. Because Qur'an is not something when you recite even without understanding also, you will gain a kind of spiritual solace. But the real purpose of Qur'an gives you injunctions. Qur'an gives you everything, all kinds of laws and regulation, how to do things. But if you don't understand it, then what is the purpose of sending Qur'an? And there are two levels of understanding Qur'an. One is called tadakkur, and one is called tadabbur. These are the two dimensions of understanding. Tadakkur is a responsibility of every individual Muslim. Quran says that وَلَقَدْ يَسَّرْنَا الْقُرْآنَ لِلذِّكْرِ فَهَلْ مِن مُدَّكِرٍ. Quran says that we have made Quran simple for understanding. Is there anyone who wants to take heed from it, who wants to understand? If you read Quran and its meaning, and if you try to understand Arabic language, its injunctions and its sayings are very simple. For example, it says, وَزِنُوا بِالْقِسْطَاسِ الْمُسْتَقِيمِ. When you weigh in a straight scale. This is a very simple injunction. What we have to do, our responsibility is when Quran says that weigh in a proper scale, our responsibility is to practice justice at proper scale in business, not to do malpractice in business. And if you are not understanding, how can you do that? So this is a simple, and Quran, so many things Quran says. When you read Quran, so many simple things, which you need not have to be a scholar to understand that. You need not have to be an interpreter or mufassir to understand that. You need not have to become like a Sha'rawi to understand that. Simple things you can understand straight away. So, وَلَقَدْ يَسَّرْنَا الْقُرْآنَ لِلذِّكْرِ فَهَلْ مِن مُدَّكِرٍ. We have made Quran very simple for understanding. Is there anyone who wants to understand? So you should try to understand Quran. This is the first level and dimension of understanding, which is called tadakkur. There is another level which is called tadabbur. Tadabbur means going deep into the meaning of Quran. That is the responsibility of scholars. Every common individual cannot make tadabbur, cannot go into the deep understanding of Qur'an. But one has to do it till the doomsday. One has to go for deep understanding of Qur'an. Qur'an says that, أَفَلَا يَتَدَبَّرُونَ الْقُرْآنَ أَمْ عَلَى قُلُوبٍ أَقْفَالُهَا. Are you not trying to understand Qur'an, whether there are locks in your hearts? So it is our responsibility to try to understand Qur'an deeply. And we know that so many verses of Qur'an, which is understood today better than our predecessors. Like Qur'an says that, مَرَجَ الْبَحْرَيْنِ يَلْتَقِيَانِ بَيْنَهُمَا بَرْزَقٌ لَا يَبْغِيَانِ. We have set forth two rivers, two oceans, and you will find a kind of barrier between them. The water will not mix. This is a revelation of Qur'an, but we understand today through the scientific inventions and scientific knowledge that the density of the water in two oceans are different. Water will not mix. For our Sahaba, during the time of Sahaba, through science we never knew that. But today, through science also we know that, and we have an opportunity to understand in a better way. Also Qur'an says various stages of embryonic development, how a child will grow inside mother's womb. 1,400 years before, during the time of Prophet and Sahaba, there was no scientific inventions regarding this subject. But today, people like Keith Elmore, a German scientist and a doctor, who has quoted in his book, Development of Embryology, many verses of Qur'an, because Qur'an explains the development of embryo in a better way, various stages of development of embryo. These kind of things, this gives us better understanding today. Maybe tomorrow we will have better understanding when there are no scientific inventions. We will try to understand. So one should try to take benefit from the tafasir, various tafasir written in different languages. In English, in Arabic, and in Urdu, and many other languages. And tafasir, I know. Many Kuwaiti scholars, like there is a scholar, you must be knowing, Ahmad Sanad. He is a great scholar of Kuwait. He is doing research, a PhD in Tafasir al-Qur'an fil Hind, and he is submitting his research work to the Darman University in Sudan. And like Tafasir in different places. These are the great opportunity, these are the great contributions towards the Qur'an. When you cannot do this tadabbur, try to understand Qur'an from various tafasir. Try to have Ibn Kathir in your home. Try to have different tafasir of Qur'an in different various languages in your home. As a Muslim home, you must and should have a tafsir of Qur'an in your home. If you don't have one, then try to get it today and in this Ramadan, and start reading tafasir, because this is also one of our responsibility. Qur'an says that أَفَلَا يَتَدَبَّرُونَ الْقُرْآنَ. Are you not pondering over the verses of Qur'an? Is there any lock in your hearts? So this is the two levels of understanding we should have. And the fourth responsibility of Qur'an is to follow Qur'an. Just understanding, just knowing the meaning, just having respecting Qur'an, and just reading Qur'an is not enough. There are non-Muslims in this world who knew better Qur'an than us. One gentleman came to Kuwait, he translated Qur'an in Finnish language from Finland. He came with the invitation of Ministry of Information. And he is not a Muslim, he is a non-Muslim. He understands Qur'an better than us. He believes Qur'an that it is from God. But he is not a Muslim. Qur'an came for hidayah, guidance. So ultimately our responsibility is we should have hidayah in our life. We should follow Qur'an. Prophet Muhammad ﷺ was the best model of Qur'an. When Hazrat Aisha was asked by the Sahaba of Prophet Muhammad ﷺ, they asked how was the character of Prophet Muhammad ﷺ. She said, Kana khuluquhu Qur'an. His character was just a reflection of Qur'an, just like Qur'an. It's an open book. His life was like a walking Qur'an. His life was like applications of Qur'an. So our life should become the applications of Qur'an. When we do anything, when we act anything, when we take decisions, everything should be based on the injunctions and teachings of Qur'an. وَمَنْ لَمْ يَحْكُمَ بِمَا أَنزَلَ اللَّهُ فَأُولَٰئِكَ هُمُ الظَّالِمُونَ وَأُولَٰئِكَ هُمُ الْكَافِرُونَ وَأُولَٰئِكَ هُمُ الْفَاسِقُونَ. Qur'an says that if we are not deciding various affairs of our life according to the revelations of Qur'an, then you are transgressors. Then you are oppressors. Qur'an says that. So it is our responsibility that we have to follow Qur'an and take hidayah from Qur'an and ask hidayah from Qur'an. And this is our one more responsibility we have towards Qur'an. And the last but not least, and the final responsibility we have towards Qur'an is to convey the message of Qur'an. Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam said, خَيْرُكُمْ مَنْ تَعَلَّمَ الْقُرْآنَ وَعَلَّمَهُ. The best person amongst you is the one who learns Qur'an himself and convey the message of Qur'an to others. And this responsibility was given to Prophet Muhammad as well. بَلِّغْ مَا أُنزِلَ إِلَيْكَ مِنْ رَبِّكَ وَإِنْ لَمْ تَفْعَلْ فَمَا بَلَّغْتَ رِسَالَةَهُ. Convey this message which he has given to you, and if you are not going to convey this message, then you are not going to fulfill the responsibility of prophethood. There are no more prophets going to come. Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, was the last prophet. Prophethood has finished. But the responsibility of the prophethood, which is the conveying the message of Qur'an to the human beings, it is still there. This responsibility as a whole is transferred to Muslim community. And it is our responsibility. We are the carriers of Qur'an. It is only us, we have Qur'an with us, which is the book of guidance. We should not become an obstacle between the non-Muslims and Muslims, those who are free from Hidayah and those who have Hidayah. We all have Hidayah, this book, and we should not become barriers between the people and this book. Our responsibility is to open this book and to convey the message of Qur'an through the teachings, through our deeds, and through our actions. These are the 5 responsibilities. So in a nutshell, we have 5 responsibilities towards Qur'an. First responsibility is to believe and respect Qur'an. And the second responsibility is to read Qur'an. In reading, we have tajweed, we have tartil, we have hifd, memorization of Qur'an, and we have reading it regularly, and all these things. And we have third responsibility towards Qur'an is understanding Qur'an. We have 2 dimensions of understanding. One is tadabbur and one is tadakkur. We should try to take benefit from both kinds of understanding. And fourth responsibility towards Qur'an is to follow Qur'an and to fulfill the responsibility towards Qur'an by our actions. And the last but not least, and the final responsibility is to convey the message of Qur'an which is given to us. May Allah help us to fulfill all these responsibilities and to train ourselves regarding this in the month of Ramadan. Barakallahu lana wa lakum wa nafa'ani wa iyyakum bi ayatihi wa dhikril hakim. Innahu ta'ala jawwadun karimun malikun wa ra'ufur rahim wa rabbun halim. Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen. As-salatu was-salamu ala rasulih al-amin wa ala alihi wa ashabihi at-tahirin amma ba'd. فقال الله تبارك وتعالى في كتاب الله العظيم أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم إن الله وملائكته يصلون على النبي يا أيها الذين آمنوا صلوا عليه وسلموا تسليما اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد بعدد من صلى وصام اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد بعدد من قعد وطاع اللهم صل على جميع الأنبياء والمرسلين وعلى صائر الصحابة والتابعين وخلفاء الراشدين رضوان الله تعالى عليهم أجمعين اللهم أيد الإسلام والمسلمين اللهم انصر من نصر دين محمد صلى الله عليه وسلم وجعلنا منهم اللهم اخذل من خذل دين محمد صلى الله عليه وسلم ولا تجعلنا منهم اللهم نور قلوبنا بنور الإسلام اللهم نور قلوبنا بنور الإيمان اللهم نور قلوبنا بالقرآن عباد الله رحمكم الله إن الله يأمر بالعدل والإحسان وإيتاء ذي القربى وينهى عن الفحشاء والمنكر والبغي يعظكم لعلكم تذكرون واذكروا الله يذكركم وادعوه يستجب لكم ولذكر الله أكبر واقم الصلاة